What if I told you there was a way to weed your garden 5 to 10 times as fast and lose 90% less soil using a soil sifter? So I devised this method kind of out of necessity when I was weeding my onion bed. Now, if you saw the video, you probably saw this method in use and you saw how effective it was. But if you didn't see that video, I wanted to create a standalone video just for everybody else because I think this is a great way to increase the efficiency of your weeding. Weeding is inevitable. We put a lot of systems in place so we don't have to weed as much. But as gardeners, weeds will come and you do have to weed. And if you want to keep your garden as weed-free as possible, there is kind of a certain period of time that you have to get your garden weeded until the plants can grow up, get nice and fully mature, and hopefully if you're using high-intensity gardening, the leaves eventually of the plants you're growing will shade out the soil and basically smother out any future weeds. But in the beginning, you've got to weed. Doing it fast is going to basically free up a lot more time to actually enjoy in your garden. And that's what I love, is kind of being innovative with what I have and problem solving so that I can find a solution for a current problem that is, something that brings frustration or slows down the process or slows down the enjoyment of the garden. And so in this way, I've actually been able to find a way to speed up how fast you can weed by using a soil sifter. Now, the basic premise is that a soil sifter or a sieve, you don't have to use a tumbler. You can use the regular, shaking sieve as well. The idea is that the grate will catch any broadleafed weeds. And what it'll do is it'll sift out the soil, which is typically removed when you're pulling out weeds. This is unfortunate because you just spent a lot of time and even money building up your soil, getting it nice, and then when you pull out weeds, soil comes with it. And also, you have to shake each weed out. Sometimes you drop some weeds, sometimes parts of the weeds fall back, and then you don't want those to propagate and keep growing. So this really allows you to kind of toss it in the sifter, shake out the soil, and the sieve, the grate, actually catches all the broadleaf weeds and none of the dirt, or very little dirt. You're going to be left with like you're going to sift out 90 to 95% of the soil that otherwise would have left your garden, because you can't always compost the weeds. And even if you composted the weeds plus the dirt, the chance of getting all that dirt returned back to your garden is slim to none. So this is going to keep the soil right where you want it, and it's going to speed up the process. I'll show you how it works. All right, so this is our strawberry bed, and we're going to be weeding all this out so we can plant more strawberries here for future years. And you'll notice a lot of this purslane is growing up. And what you do when you weed purslane is you basically have to find the plant, or just kind of grab and go and hope you got the plant. And you'll notice it comes with it a lot of dirt. And so as you're weeding, you're pulling all this dirt, you're gonna have to shake it, then you end up dropping some, you gotta shake that. And basically then, once you've cleaned the spot out, you can move on to a different part of the garden. We're gonna simply lift the sifter up. I'm gonna be building some PVC legs to get this off the ground and kind of get it to span the length of my raised bed so I don't have to have somebody help me hold it while we sift it, but it's just kind of in its prototype phase right now. But I'm basically we're gonna lift it up so it's off the ground, and then we're gonna turn the handle, or if you had a shaker, you would just shake the table and all the soil would fall out, leaving all the broadleaf weeds. All right, so this patch of dirt here would have taken me about probably 10 to 15 minutes to weed all of the purslane out because of just how thick it is. And so I weeded it using this method in about maybe 3 minutes. So what would have taken 15 minutes only took 3 minutes. That's 5 times as fast. Now, let's see what happens with the soil. We're gonna lift it up. We're gonna tilt it back over the spot where we just weeded. You can crank it. Ouch, there you go. All right, so now we got it sifted. Check it out. Now you got all that dirt that was attached to the roots sifted right back where you need it. Look at that. You got your soil back in the garden where it belongs, and there's no weeds. Very, very few weeds have fell through. allowing you to have 95% less weeds, still while keeping 95% of the soil. That's fantastic. All right, so just to show you how effective this method is, I'm gonna have Aiden dump the sifter into this wheelbarrow here just to show you how little soil is remaining. So it's still gonna capture, you know, bits and pieces, little pebbles and stones and little things like that. But look at how clean this is. Look how clean this is. This is absolutely way better. I mean, worlds better than had we just grabbed the roots and tossed them or shook them. This is really clean, very efficient. And look at the finished product. Look at that. That's what we started with. That's what we ended with. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. I really do hope that you'll give this method a try. Like I said, I know, and I also know that not everybody's gonna have as many weeds as I have currently. And weeding is kind of a progressive thing. You're gonna weed, you're gonna come back in probably 2 or 3 weeks, you're gonna weed again, and you're gonna essentially want to weed until that soil is covered with the leaves of the plants that you wanna grow. So until that happens, you're gonna keep following up and weeding. It is a chore, it is something that takes time, but it's something you have to do if you wanna have a successful garden. And the whole point of this system is just to kind of speed that up so it's a little more efficient, a little faster, allows you to have a little more free time to enjoy the garden or other parts of your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, and if you want to check this out, I will try to find links to this. This got actually sent to me as a gift, so I don't exactly know the name or the brand or anything like that, but if I can find a link to it, I know they make them, but I don't even remember what it's called, but I think it's called Earth Sifter, if I can guess. But I'll try to find a link, post in the description box down below. As always, saying thank you for making my life so easy. But also, you don't have to pick this up. You can totally use one of the wood sifter sieves, just the shake table ones. I've got videos on how to build that as well. I'll try to remember to post that in the comments box or the description box down below. And as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to throw a thumbs up if you did enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you all on the next episode. All right, take care, guys.